You got this sister that's going to want to just give a message to the men, letting you know that a lot of them are just happier, being alone. And a lot of you can't figure out why, but let's have a discussion about that.
It honestly pains me to see women constantly explaining to men that they would rather be alone than to be in a relationship with them. They don't understand. They don't understand because the cognitive dissonance. They can't imagine because they can't do it. They can't be alone. Literally, they ruminate when they're alone. Their mind wanders all over the place. They hate their own company. A man cannot stand the thought of being alone. So he cannot believe you when you say you are happier alone. They can't do it. So they can't imagine that you can do it. They honestly believe that you're lying. Stop trying to convince them that you're happier alone. We know we are. Just be alone.
She's right. There are women out here that are just fine being by themselves. They don't want a man. They don't need a man. And it is their God-given right to be alone if they so choose to be. But we know in the end, they're not really alone because they have a community of women to be around. They hang around women. They call in women. So they're not truly alone in the house. But she is wrong in some instances. She said men can't be alone. Well, first of all, God himself said it's not good for man to be alone. So if men aren't trying to be alone, then maybe they follow in the leadership and wisdom of God because he knows a whole lot better than you and me, right? But if a man wants to be alone for a time, it's a little easier today for him to do so. And I'll explain to you why. Everything today, a man can have a la carte. At one point in time, he couldn't have that. For instance, you talking about a woman cleaning your house. He can hire a cleaning service now, and a woman or a team of women to actually come clean his house. He can get it done twice a week if he would like, 3 times a week. If he want it done Monday through Friday, he can get his house clean every day. He'd have to pay for it. If he wanted someone to cook his food, he can use DoorDash if he would like, or he can get meal prep. They got people that do meal prep all the time. They put out a menu and they say, hey, this is what you want these meals. He paid for the meals. He has somebody cook him meals that he can have and warm up and eat. There you go. He got meal prep, right? If you look at it in the area of intimacy, y'all have taken away the sting of shame. So he can meet a woman on the first day, lay down with her, and she don't feel in her mind, or society don't feel, that she is, a 304 for doing so. So if a man is getting all that done, he doesn't need the woman to pay his bills or do anything for him outside of a few things. I mean, the way things go these days, he can sleep with multiple women if he would like, and that's okay. If he's willing to pay a couple of bills here and there for him, and that's fine. I mean, this is kind of how society is working. If that man want to be by himself, but men understand that gets old real quick. It gets very old. And a lot of men are very traditional. So they want a wife. They want to build a family, and as they should. And so for you to say, well, men can't be alone, good. That's a good thing. They can't be. Because God said it wasn't wise for us to be alone. Now, if you want to go there, look at the original story of woman. Woman rebelled against God from the beginning. You couldn't listen to what God said do. God said don't eat from that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He told that to the man and the woman. What ended up happening? We know the story. The serpent come up to the woman and say, hey, you want to eat of that tree? Say, nah, at first you acknowledge, say, God say don't do that. I was like, are you sure that's what he really said? He said he knows if you eat from there, you'll gain the same knowledge as him. Well, God said we gonna die if that happens. Like, are you really gonna die? Like, come on now. I mean, look at that. Don't you want to know what he know? He convinced her, and then she done it. Then gave it to the man, as we know the story. And then when God come looking for him, they hiding, talking about, where y'all at? Oh, we was hiding because we were naked. Naked? Who told you that? Oh, you ate from that tree, didn't you? And what did the man say? It's that woman you gave me. She the one gave it to me. He said, you did what? Oh, you gave it to him? Oh, that was that serpent over there. He the one convinced me. Oh, really? And as he dealt with the serpent, as we know, he went to the woman and said, okay, well, since you sitting up here listening to that serpent and you want to rebel, huh? Okay, well, I'm going to put pain in your childbearing, and it's going to be painful for you. And yeah, it's true, you're going to die. And to that man, you're going to work every day of your life and toil the earth. But in the end, think about it. What caused all that? Not listening to the Lord at that time period. So you saying you cool being by yourself, men can't, listen, men have always, for the most part, tried to follow what God say do. We try. So if they being rebellious, fellas, that's okay. You just continue to do. God said it's not good for you to be alone. So find you a wife. Let them do what they want to do. Find you a wife. And if they try to ridicule you because you want to find a wife and have a family, then like I say, hey, I'm only doing what God said for me to do as a man. And remember, it said he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. That's what the scriptures teach. So I got to find my wife. And so I find the good thing and I obtain a particular favor that I would not have as a single man. So no, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm good. You can be single all you want. You can be by yourself. You can hang out with 50 women if you want. I'm going to find my family. And it is what it is. And you continue, men, to do that. Even if you got to leave the United States of America to go find your family, you go find it. There's nothing wrong with that.